What's up, everybody? This is your boy Travon,
Your boy Yuan.
and right now we're at the boredom of the kings, where we're going to discuss some situations that affect men and how best we could ascertain and take away from these situations.
Right.
Today's discussion we're going to talk about is
What we looking for when it comes to the opposite sex, when it is we looking to get into a committed, serious relationship. We're not just talking about, you understand, this is not the boyfriend, girlfriend phase, this is not the back and forth phase, but the things that I really and truly looking for when it is, you're making up your mind. You understand? You're getting to the point that I want to build with this person.
this is not a conversation that, okay, you want to go into a relationship just because you can. This is what we call junction conversation.
Yeah.
This is where now you say, here's what I'm at a crossroads. Where do I go from this? Is this what I'm going to go forward with, or this is what I'm going to stay away from? So moving forward now, we have some situations that has been brought up to us. That as well as situations that we have
come across in our life, yeah.
And I would say certain things that have affected me and impacted me in making these decisions. One of the things for me is how a woman deals with her family. I think that's one of the major things for me, how she deals with her family, because there's a saying goes, apples don't fall far from tree if you go on a hill. Yeah. Because, based on how she deals with her family, that's how she's going to deal with you. You understand?
And the family that you're building.
And the family that you're trying to build.
Yeah.
If she is concurrent with that, chances are. If it is not, then
I think in saying that, it's very important when it is you're going into a relationship with somebody that you take time to interact with the family. Like you need to know moms. You need to know if it is she grew up in a house where there was love. Because sometimes somebody grows up in a space,
especially that,
where it is the only form of love they know is verbal abuse. You understand? The only form they know of love is physical abuse. And now you can't love that person the way that they know love to be. You understand where I'm coming from?
Let me even go so far as to say that, okay, certain persons mistake the fact that love in itself is what they perceive it to be. Love in itself can be something destructive as well as can be something very beautiful. Love is also based on certain things that your perception of.
Right.
Understand? And there are a lot of persons who are not aware that what they would call the serenity of love from outside is a battlefield. Understand? Because of the perception of it. So you see, when coming to looking at persons how they are with their families, that is a major contender as of what it is you can take forward with this. Yeah. Another thing I want to look at too is how they view themselves and how they treat other women, or how they treat, like, say for instance, depending on what relationship in, how they treat others.
Right.
I look at that heavily because now there's a saying was, I don't remember who quoted was, the measure of a man is how well he can treat someone who can do nothing for him. Understand?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of persons that look at you or want to be involved with you because of what you have or what you can bring to the table. And that brings a level of ambivalence, whereas you never know where you stand with that person, and the person never know where you stand with you.
Yeah, because if certain things disappear, then the treatment changes.
Imagine this. You have a good soul, right? You have a good soul doesn't fade away. But you have a good body will fade away.
Yeah,
you have money, and money will fade away. You understand? You have a strong mind in certain regards, even your mind goes. You understand? But a good soul is something you have to look for.
Right.
Understand? And I mean, I don't want to go to the point where I would have you all thinking that, okay, you have to go to a different tangent and start to meditate and stuff like that, even though it is good. There are different strokes for different folks, and for me, I'm just sharing my experience. And he's sharing his experience to everybody, so I can have everybody know that this is what helped in certain regards. Where even though you're involved, it's not taken away from you. Another thing too, I also look at is the fact that there are a lot of people out here, or the women or the men, that go into relationships with empty cups. We had that conversation recently in a podcast. And we didn't go too much expounding on it, but I want to expound on that empty cup business, because that to me is one of the most integral parts in how best you can move forward in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
You have anything after that?
I want you to finish the thought. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So with regards to having an empty cup, it's like this, right? You have this here, you have this here. I'm coming to a relationship with this. You come to a relationship with that. You were expecting me to take this and pour it in here.
Right.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Relationship wise, right?
Right, right.
And as a result, now I'm filling up your cup. But while I'm filling up your cup, I'm
I'm
depleting
empty
mine.
minds. Yeah.
Understand? What we have to look for is a person who is actively filling their cup
Mm-hmm.
while actively wanting to be with you.
Right.
Understand? That is what we need to look for. Understand? Telltale signs of that. See how well a woman does by herself. See what she does with the space and time that she has.
Mm-hmm.
See what it is she's interested in. See she's actively involved in these things. What is her passions? What is she passionate about? Is she pursuing these passions? Understand? Uh, what is she? What is something that would make her, learn more about what she wants to get involved in?
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that I look at
Right.
that would help me better ascertain, hey, I should go forward in this, I should go forward in this. Because for me, like I said before, I keep saying for me, these are the telltale signs of a queen that comes into your life.
Mm.
And if it is you don't see these things from me, these where the peasants come in. You need to be mindful. Understand? That's my take.
The way that she carries herself in public, especially.
Right.
Like,
Very much.
like for me, um, I'm not gonna go as far as what grandmom generation which would have said a woman should be seen and not heard. But if we out in public, you need to carry yourself like a lady out in public. You understand? I do expect that my girl gonna be sprawled out by a bar halfway drunk. You understand? I do expect to be coming to any event and I hear my girl 3 or 4 houses up. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, I don't want that.
You see,
I don't want that for me at all.
you see, this is where you said about a lady. And there are a lot of women out here who call themselves lady, but they call themselves lady with a level of convenience, and I'm going to say that. There are a lot of women who use the term lady conveniently to speak to them. And that is something that has been found wanting mostly for us when you're looking for that type of person. A lady must be seen out, but a lady must always be a lady.
Right.
Understand? She must never be out of that level of character. Don't get me wrong. In this day and time, a lot of things have changed.
Right.
And we have a lot of things that haven't stayed traditional. We understand that things have to change and evolve with the times. However, you cannot be thoughting and then looking for a man who wants to put you in a house and give you this ring and give you all the niceties and stuff that he break his ass to get.
Yeah.
While you thoughting, you can't be doing that.
Yo, what some women need to realize is that when it is a man decides that he's gonna make his wife, I have never been married, you understand? So I can't say for certain. But to me, if it is I looking to make something, I am telling you, I said, well, like, yo, you see this woman here? She's a reflection of me, and I'm a reflection of her, and we work good together. And I'm willing to stand by her, regardless of what. You understand? So you need to produce me. You understand where I'm coming from? You're not just somebody that I'm having sex with or somebody that I'm going out with. This is the person. You understand? Beyond everything, this is the woman that I want to grow old with.
Right.
You did?
Right. No, okay, let's ask a question. What it is that you look at besides these things, what other aspects that qualifies a woman to fall in the purview of your queen? Because again, I need to reiterate this again. This is not because you want to get involved with somebody to buy the time.
Right.
This is where you're making a life decision. I was once there. I wasn't married, but I was once there where I believed that at the point in time this was my queen.
Right.
However, based on previous conversations with regards to what we spoke on the podcast, I was not just only doing this to, add to myself. But I believe now that I look back, I wasn't adequately prepared for what I was getting into.
Right.
So now when I assessed myself and I realized, okay, hey, this isn't what I perceived it to be, and as a result of me not perceiving it properly, I had to gracefully bow out of the situation. And we are still amicable friends today.
Right.
But the fact that I remained honest with her from start to finish, I made it my business to always maintain transparency, regardless of what. Because let me tell you something, and I want to say this again. It matters not what you do, it's always how you deal with it. This has been my personal credo, and I'm going to share it with everybody. It's not what you do. You're human. You're going to mess up. You're going to make bad decisions. You're going to make erroneous decisions. However, it's not what is done. It's how it's dealt. And most of the times, how it's dealt reveals a character to me that makes me say, hey, this is a queen. Or hey, that's a peasant. No disrespect to nobody here, but I just simply saying there's categorized persons, and you have to know what you're looking for. And based on how persons deal with situations, they reveal the character to you. What about being able to handle strain or problem? Though all these things come in.
Yeah,
all these things are privilege
strain, strain as
define
in
strain, by the way.
Yeah.
Let's say there isn't enough finance to the point whereby you will have to save or do it out for the greater gain in the future.
Yeah.
Find a partner who could take that.
I wouldn't even call it carrying strain, but a woman who has foresight. You understand? A woman who could see further down the road than just the top of the street.
Hence the reason why I'm after him.
You understand what I'm saying? Like
vision.
Yeah.
Vision. A lot of chicks have sight, but no vision.
Vision.
Males too.
It's two completely different things. Like what you're really working on? You want the relationship goals and the nice pictures on the beach and to be in every single party and for people to be saying, yeah, the relationship nice, or you want us to have our bank accounts getting a little fat, and while it is we working on our bank accounts, we sitting down and we having conversations about where we want our children to go in life, what direction we want to send our kids in, what we want to provide for our children that wasn't provided to us when we were growing up. You understand? And what sacrifices are we going to have to make? You understand? Understanding these sacrifices. Yeah, that trip, it does seem nice, and yeah, it does come at a good price right now, but you understand, young Samson over there could really and truly do with learning an extra language, because we here in Trinidad and Tobago now, and we have a lot of Venezuelans in the country, and we don't understand them. And I don't want my child to be in a position where he doesn't understand the people that he are around now, boy. So, you understand, I think that's important for him to get education in the next language. For now.
Okay, cool.
So your trip might have to be sidelined for that. And I don't want you getting vexed with me because Keisha and Jamila went on a trip with their man, but you understand? They had fun. You understand?
I'll even add to that too. You don't know, she doesn't know the sacrifice that Keisha and Shiman had to make to take that trip. She don't know that. All she just seen is the effect, but she doesn't know the cause. Again, I'm a firm believer of cause and effect. If you do this, this is gonna happen. If you do that, that's gonna happen. You understand? Causality and effect. I believe in that. Tying back to what you was talking about earlier with regards to the small note connotation where you want to invest in your son's future, you want to invest in your children's future. No, this is again something that you're seeing down the road.
Yeah, further.
This is your vision. The person who you want to take in your life cannot see this vision, or is unable to understand or comprehend this is where you want to go. Is it because you have superseded this for yourself and you added this onto her? And when she's showing you her views or showing you her dreams, is it because you have not try to help her with her dream that she doesn't want to help you? Or is it that you think that this is going to benefit both of us in the long run, even though you may not understand it now, you will understand it later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, is like I'm not that point right now. So I'm not in a relationship where it is me and this person making these plans. But even if I'm not in a relation, like vision, as I say again, like I don't need to be in a relationship with a girl to plan this shit in my head. Like I know the kind of conversations that we're going to have.
Right.
I know what's going to be important.
This was your train. This has always been the train you was always on.
Now, it wasn't always, but like in the last few years, right? Like when we grew up, I had a big group of cousins and things, and now we are grown, and these cousins are now having kids. So I seen the little ones, and I seeing our defects because now I have a different vision, I have a different outlook on us as people, and I could see where we fall short and where we have developed certain character flaws because of our upbringing and the way our parents went about certain things, and sometimes even the breakup of our parents' marriages and these sorts of things. And I looking at the younger ones and I realizing that the defects that you have, you're gonna pass on to this one. You understand? And with even with some of the little cousins, I seen the defects being played out into their life at present. And to me, it's like, pause. I not need train with all yet. I don't have a child yet. So what all you doing that I need to make sure that I don't do?
What's that?
To be in a position. You understand? Like I think a lot of the people are surrounded by getting into relationships more based on wanting to be in a relationship and really than really, all right, me and this person could work and we could work together and we could work well and we could understand each other and we could communicate because communication is key. It really and truly is important when it is you and that person that you, because we're struggling. It is a battle out here. You understand? You are my teammate. I am your teammate. You're supposed to be, watch my flank, mate. You understand? Watch my back, hold me down. I do the same for you.
No. I hear you. I want to put this out here one time. A lot of persons are unaware, and I've learned this. I was watching something some years back, and it was very, very profound for me. Where there are persons who are for you, for what you're for,
right,
and against what you're against. I've learned that to be so profound that there are a lot of persons who are just for you. Persons who are for you will always be for you.
Hopefully.
No, real talk. No, let me be real. Because it falls in that same category. A person who is for you will always be for you. A person who is for what you're for, they will just fall in the category of, okay, they will be around you, they'll hang around, they'll do whatever. But they're only for you because there's something beneficial from them to them.
Yeah.
So that's what they call ambivalence.
Right.
And they only don't know where you stand with these people.
Yeah.
And then the person who is against what you're against, where it's somewhere along the line, this person and you have a common situation that y'all don't like, and y'all unite upon that. Other than that, y'all don't have nothing against each other, nothing at all.
Yeah.
And there are people like that in the world. Those are three major human beings that have come to realize that in the world. You have to know who is for you, you have to know who's for what you're for, and you have to know who's against what you're against. And as long as you understand or conceptualize these things, you will have a better understanding of who you'll pick into your life. Because remember, forever is something that you see down the road.
Yeah.
But forever is one day at a time.
Yeah.
Understand?
It's a building process.
It's a building process. A forever is one day at a time. The 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step. So everybody conceptualizes and fantasizes about the forever. And I want to spend forever with this man. But
are you willing to make these steps with him?
Are you willing to go that far as to say, okay, hey, in spite of what occurs, however I may feel about myself 10 years ago, I will feel about this man 10 years from now. Is anybody willing to do that?
Are there certain issues in women that they think bearable or workable? Even if it may take a few years to get over, it's not problem that people overcome with time.
What personal problem?
That is dependent.
Exactly. What about somebody the nose or the deafinites that you're like, now, okay, this is too much for me, or
like if it is a come across something and I just not willing to go. Alright, You can't communicate.
That's one.
It have some women out there, they believe that communication equals argument. And they believe that from the time it is you not seeing their point or you can't agree with their point, that they need to argue. And if you need to argue to get your point across, if you can't, bring yourself to a point to articulate this, and this is what going on, and I have a problem with this, and we need to work on this, and we have a conversation. If you can't communicate, then we can't be together. And the reason for that for me is like my parents did not communicate well.
We all had those.
You understand? And things escalated because of bad communication. I am not willing to have an argument or scream at the mother of my child in front of my child. So to ensure that that doesn't happen, I need some. And when I say to communicate with this person, like when I know, we talk about any and everything now. It don't have to be anything specific. We need to cover a wide range of things and just have conversations. The worst person to be in a relationship with is somebody that you can't talk to. It's the worst. No, honestly, think about it for a moment. It's like watching paint dry up
on a rainy day. I also have one more to add to that. Emotional immaturity.
Hey, touch me though. Yeah, right? No, yeah, that touch not good enough though. Listen to me.
Let me add on that. Let me expound on that. There are a lot of women that would come into a relationship or come into a situation where they may have been hurt in a previous situation, and they never took time to heal, and then they go and take that toxicity into another situation.
Right.
And now we, the men that are trying to build with you, have to pay for this.
Not just the paying for it,
but like
the paying for it is big.
Yeah,
but bigger than paying for it. They believe that you need to just man up and be strong and deal with me because this is who I am.
There you go.
You're not even willing to fix.
This is our next thing too, which ties in heavily to what I was talking about earlier on. You want to have or be how you are, without looking to say, okay, look for introspection and say, hey, there's certain things about me I need to change. For instance, if it is you have 5 6 subjects,
right, like me,
right, like yourself, and to acquire a specific job, you have to get 6.
Right.
Do you want the job? How bad do you want the job? I want the job bad. So I go and I acquire another one.
Right.
I use weird analogies, but the analogies I would use applies to this relationship.
Talk to me.
If it is you are seeing this man moving in a certain way in his life, what are you going to invest into yourself to bring to this man to help him get where he has to go? And him in turn does the same for you. Because now you have a lot of persons who, like for instance, a woman will come and tell you she wants this in a man. Cool. Now, when you get that from the man, what do you bring?
Yeah, what you handing?
What do you bring?
Yeah.
And a lot of chicks are stumped by this because they can't answer.
How they going to answer that?
Understand?
They have been brought up in a society where it is the man must go behind them. You understand? The man must bring all these things to the table. The man must, you understand, respect, you understand, protect, provide, all of these things.
And accept, and so it goes.
And you just have to look good. You understand? Provide sexual gratification. And
amongst other things. But like I said before, fellas, I mean, this is just... We could go on and on and on about this topic. However, we don't have much time. So I just want to wrap this up by saying, at the end of the day, he had his point with regards to being aware that you have to communicate. You have to be able to communicate. And for me personally, emotional maturity is key. Communication is key. These are the things that I would take away from this.
Something I want to add to that, just for you to go with, I'm not going to go into it, but if you're a spiritual person or a religious person, be guided as to the person that you want to get into a relationship with, because if your religious views and their religious views are counterproductive, you'll run into a lot of problems. A lot of problems. So I'm not going to go into that, but you all should think on that as well.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
I said before, hit the subscribe button, like, share,
Comment,
check us out,
comment,
talk
talk to us.
comments. Let us know what you think we'll talk about, and then we could always expound on that. And
Yeah.
in the next podcast, we could then talk about what it is you want to talk about as well.
This was the Boardroom of the Kings. I am Johan. This is
Travon.
And just listen to us. We talking sense.
Peace out.
Telling you.